All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Club Lorcana Versus. We have gone into the workshop and we've worked on the blue-yellow deck. Zan and Nathan are testing it out. Blue-yellow versus MONSTRO combos. And what are you playing today?
I'm playing blue-yellow.
He has worked on it, folks, and let's see if this is going to be a top contender of the metagame. And then Nathan, what about you?
I'm playing the combo.
MONSTRO combo.
I think I know what you guys mean. All right, let's get started. We're going to roll the very exciting rock, paper, scissors, dice to see who goes first.
Oh
And
my god.
Zan rolls paper. Nathan rolls good old rock.
You know, every single time I've gone with the pink dice, and I've like lost every die roll.
Zan is engaging in superstition.
Very rare for him, actually.
It was just a coincidence.
Nathan and I decided at the beginning of this year we were going to superstition max. So every day before a tournament, we put on our lucky underwear, burn some candles, and hope to have a good draw. Zan, let's talk about your altar.
Take a look at this hand.
Take a look at my hand. She's the only one I got.
MONSTRO combo. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this. This.
All right, Zan looks like he's going to alter 6 cards. So he puts those away, draws 6 cards, and now he picks up his stuff and leaves the room so that Nathan can come in here and do his altar. All right, bye, Zan. Listen for the pitter-patter of him tiptoeing out of here.
See you later. All right, it's only so.
Put him on the table. Let's see what you got. Nope.
It's like if I'm greedy, I know I'll get punished. I'm going second. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do 5. No, I think I'll keep one of those. I'll do 4.
All right, Nathan opts to send 4 back and picks up the rest of his hand. And now, Zan, you can come back in the room. All right.
See you again, Zan.
Wow.
It is, of course, Zan's birthday month, so I feel like I got to say happy birthday, buddy.
No longer my birthday.
What's your favorite gift you got this year?
The gift of being with my friends.
Gift of being...
What? That's so good.
The real birthday gift was the friends we made along the way. And, Zan, I think we're almost ready for you to start us off.
But, Jeremy, it's also my birthday month.
No, it's not.
So he doesn't own it.
It
What are you
is.
talking about? What is Nathan's birthday?
Ooh.
I have no idea. What do you mean? I've been your friend for 7 years. I know when your birthday is. I don't know. I've known Nathan for 20 minutes, basically.
Next Monday.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun. Are we doing anything?
Next
Maybe.
Monday. I am here. Yes.
But is he having like a party or something? Whatever.
We're doing the podcast.
Okay. I'll let you guys figure out what I'm talking
we're
about.
gonna do something during the.
Zan, start us off.
All right. I'm going to ink this. BLELLOW. Pass.
Oh. Yeah, I'd seen some of those Lelos floating around. Well, now, Inca Cheshire, play an angel. And pass to you.
That's some scary stuff.
Powerful card. Can combo with a Kuda Moody. Nathan can have a genie as early as next turn.
I'll ink another BLELLOW. I'll play a sail. I'll ink a Donald Duck. And I'll pass.
Donald Duck.
In order to win this match, Zan is going to need to ramp his whole face off. So let's see if he can do it. And Nathan's turn. He could have quite an explosive start. This is an uncontested angel. We're talking a Cood. We're talking anything could happen right now.
Anything? We're just going to play a Woodchuck and Quest for One.
Thank God.
Nathan develops a junior
I was
woodchuck guidebook.
hoping- I had it in my mulligan and I put it back.
Not
Not to say that I don't have it. I could be saving it.
Yeah, he could be saving it.
Yeah.
Probably saving it.
True. Play Cinderella.
Cinderella.
And I will end of turn.
And continues to ramp
Go
his
ahead.
face off.
That's the whole point of my deck.
Ramp deck. Plenty of options, has Nathan. He could, of course, still sing the Akud. Something like an Elsa could almost take out that Cinderella. Quite.
And no pass.
Getting aggressive with a Cheshire Cat. 3 Lilos in the Inkwell for Zan. What does he have for 6? It's Pete and a boost.
Pass.
Nathan have an answer for this terrible Titan, or will Dragon Lord Pete quest out of this game? Or does Nathan have it? I said. Dan cracks open a Diet Coke in anticipation of a long match, folks.
Play a genie.
He has settled in like a divorced dad in a motel.
Yeah.
Genie hits the
Yeah.
battlefield.
What does that mean?
Tell you when you're older, champ.
Thanks.
And of course, had the option to boost, but he has instead opted to just quest for 1, survey his options after he draws the card. He does, of course, just flat out draw if you quest when he only has 1 card under him. Let's see what he does with the rest of his turn. Echo hits the Inkwell. Nathan's inking something.
I'll hit the Cheshire Cat.
That's not good, but there's got to be a little bit of relief on Nathan's face because that could have been the Amber Stitch, which would have threatened to draw 1,000,000 cards. Carefree Surfer. Draws for turn, does Nathan.
Play another genie.
Mhm.
Quest for 2.
Oh.
And pass to you.
All right. And has an advantage on that Pete that gets to continue accumulating value. That is, of course, how this deck can beat one of the powerful Amethyst card advantage engines. It's just questing with Pete until the wheels fall off. When this time it even picks up another card. And gets to choose between the top 2 cards of his deck. A lightning fast decision from Zan. What will he do with the rest of his turn? Unclear to me who has an advantage in this game. Nathan, of course, taking to the skies. 2 genies threaten to end this game quickly, but Zan could potentially play the powerful Raging Storm anytime he likes, but he also has quite a commanding board presence. This is 2 players going at it, throwing elbows. Hades number 2 makes sure that that genie's not going to run away with this game. And then an extra 3 Lauren for Zan, Syed. Hopefully Zan does not regret the decision to double ramp Nathan. Nathan is well in range to stick a Monstro for next turn, and Zan's pretty much out of Hades at this point with 2 already in play.
Yep.
And there it is. Titan himself, the infamous whale, threatening to end the game as soon as next turn, MONSTRO has hit the battlefield.
Take out the beat.
One of the hidden benefits of Pete, keeping that discard pile stocked.
Take out the Cinderella. Quest for 2.
Opts the 2 for 1 himself.
And pass to you.
And getting a little more information before making a decision about what he's going to do this turn. He does, of course, play the Vision of the Future. Relatively fast one for Zan Syed. One of those cards was much better than the others. And Zan giving Nathan another ink. This is the 3rd additional ink that Nathan has gotten this game.
And I'll pass.
See if he can use all that ink to his advantage. Is it time to see the Junior Woodchuck Guidebook from turn 2 finally cracked?
Pay 6 for 8 of mana. And draw 3. Pay 1 to crack the guidebook. Draw 2.
Nathan went from top decking to having a huge swath of cards in his hand.
I'll sing Ekud et Emuti and draw a card. And then I'll play a Hades for 3. Reduced.
Yeah, you can draw. You can draw 2.
1. Draw 2. And with that, I'll pass.
Lightning fast decision from Zan Syed. Nathan can draw 2 cards. That's because Zan can draw 2 cards.
I'll pass.
Once again, advantage bar pretty firmly unclear. Although Zan is winning on lore, Nathan has a ton of cards in his hand and some powerful purple people in play.
Sing another Ekud.
Dang, that card looks so sick.
Yeah, being able to cycle through and reduce stuff, I think is pretty good. So we are going to pay 3 for another Hades, and is Donald's effect when he's played?
Yeah.
It's just when he's
It just goes away.
But we're still going to choose the Donald.
You can draw 2.
Second verse, not quite the same as the first. This time targeting Donald Duck, the Infernal Schemer, safe from harm. Nathan does pick up 2 more cards. No evasives in Zan's deck. That is an easy ink of Horseman Strikes into the Titan infamous whale, MONSTRO himself. Zan's got a lot of work to do if he's going to clean all this up.
He's got one card that can just do the whole job. Donald's a problem. We're gonna take out a Hades. Readying. Take out a Hades. Next turn. I'll discard to ready. And then I'm going to go ahead and quest for 3. And I'll pass to you.
Cards.
4 cards in hand.
Raging Storm.
And of course, opting to use the powerful sweeper from the new set, clean this whole mess up. With a soft restart, ends at 12, Nathan's at 8. Let's start this race all over again.
Yes.
One of the interesting dynamics of this matchup is Zan has ramped Nathan 2 or 3 or 4 times. Nathan has ramped Zan 0. Is that a deficit when it comes to ink? How will we overcome this? And finally,
Draw 2.
the Scourge Betrayer of the Wyvern Clan, Ona, hits the battlefield.
And I will pass to you.
Cauldron threatens to buy back a huge amount of terrifying characters if Zan can only find the time. Contemplating his options, you have to imagine a lot of math going on in his head. He only needs 8 more lore to win the game. Can he get it before Nathan gets all the way to 20? Discard pile goes back where it's supposed to be. First step. Hanameen's family could have potentially been dead for a long time in that hand. Zan finally decides to let that go.
Gain a lore for the eliminate.
Yep.
We'll play Dumbo. 1. We'll play a royal guard. Inca Cheshire. Unconvincingly. 6. I'll play another Demona. Draw 3. Royal Guard will take out the Lilo. I'll quest for 2 to 11. And then I'll pay 1 to move this buddy in and pass to you.
Unfortunately, Nathan has left himself with a quest up to 9 or up to 19. Meaning he is not quite threatening lethal. Zan has a little bit of breathing room to work with, but I wouldn't say it's much.
We'll note a correction. I have 3 cards in hand.
Nathan is going to be unable to ready the Demona. Actually, only quests him up to 17. A little more room than we thought. Players with a lot of options before them. Syed contemplating what the best move could be. Hades joins the battlefield. Back from beyond. Nathan gains his 15th ink or something. Allow me to join the inkwell.
Pass.
Fresh pass to Nathan.
All right, I'll gain a lore with the Illuminary. I think this Illuminary is quite good in this matchup.
It is my worst nightmare playing it.
Yeah, I feel like you came up to the lead and then that Monstro and you having a board wipe.
And of course, always hates to play against his own decks. Experiencing a bit of a crisis right now.
Guess I
Not long for this world.
Guess I committed cardinal sins to not draw cards first. Yeah. I'm gonna pay 1 to crack the book. Both of these are at +3.
4 twos. Find 2 more cards.
Hades.
Oh, you can have 2.
And
Alright. Play a second Illuminary. This one is going to take out your 80s. I will quest. And inked, yes. I think it did. I think I flipped it over. Quest. And I'll cast you.
gonna need a miracle on this one. All right, and gives it up. Nathan has enough pressure to quest, and once again, the Amethyst card advantage engine's proven to be a nightmare for our BLELLOW control deck. See if things get better for him in game 2. Right after the break.
Right after the break and clean up.
Dang, that was really rough. I don't see how I can ever beat it, to be honest. I feel like I need to draw everything perfect. But I have to ramp you.
Yeah, that's like the tricky bit is I did like a few Akuds late, but like I didn't do any ramping, and most of my ink came from you giving it to me, which is
Yeah, if I didn't play those plays, then I don't do anything.
yeah, like you have to do the Hades, you gotta play the Let It Goes.
And all of your things were just as fast as me or faster than me. And I needed to do that unless I want you to just, even if you crash your Cheshire Cat and your Angel into my Pete, I needed to stop that possibility. Yeah, it was really tough. I don't know how I'm gotta figure out a way.
And racking his brain, how can he get out ahead of this purple-yellow deck?
I definitely don't think I can outvalue. I think yellow and purple are the 2 best value colors. I'm having a tough time.
Yeah, and that was a game not doing anything earlier ramping. Like imagine if that was in a Akud game.
Yeah. I mean, MONSTRO combo is like so good. All right, I'm gonna do my mulligan.
Yep.
All right, so this is our opening hand. I will be getting rid of 7. And we're go.
All right. Now Zan is going to leave the room while Nathan does his altar.
Oh, similar decision to the last time. Except we definitely aren't going to be that greedy. I think I am going to keep one. Might be a mistake. I'll do 3. 1, 2, 3. Flipping my cards over.
All right, both players have completed their altar, and we are ready to get into the action. Can Zan Syed come up with a plan to beat his own creation and defeat the Amethyst card advantage menace?
Yeah, you never had any opportunities for the Ohana either.
Figure it out. All right, ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Donald Duck and pass.
Draw for turn. Ink a Horseman strikes. Play a Royal Guard and pass.
First game in a while where Angel hasn't been in play from the beginning of the game.
Let it go.
Ink a Circle of Life. And I'll play an Illuminary. Quest for 1.
Nathan with a clever idea in his mind. Can Syed be able to challenge this Illuminary before the cows come home? Says no. Gorilla hoping to put some damage on that Illuminary before 2 minutes lore gets out of here. Now, of course, Nathan has an option with this Royal Guard. He could quest with it, he could leave it back, or he could put it into the Great Illuminary and see what the top card of his deck brings.
Almost tempted. Well, this is free. Trying to think best case scenario what I get. Yeah, I think I am gonna do it. Move it in and draw.
Nathan decides that he wants to take some risks on this President's Day while we are recording, and he draws a card.
Have them both there.
Even threatens to draw 2.
And Bastia.
Quite an auspicious day of the year right now. It is, of course, President's Day. It's the last day of Mardi Gras. There's a lunar eclipse tonight, and it's also the day before Ramadan. Is that true? Oh my gosh. They're kind of today's like a day of the calendar. Sure.
Day of days.
It's like 5 things. And is it the day before the Lunar New Year? Oh my god, I'm gonna walk out of here. I gotta call the president.
President.
Important day. And with the visions of the future, he ponders his options. Something like a second Cinderella. Really set this board off. Get the ramp that he needs. He also is mindful of this Illuminary. He's got to get that thing off the table.
Play Mowgli.
I'll gain a lore. Draw for turn. Ink a Dumbo, play a genie and draw. And we'll go ahead and take out the Cinderella. And I'll pass to you.
Goes into his turn where he has 7 lore. A lot of options here. 7 ink, I mean. Draw the card before you make the decision. Ennui hits the inkwell. That thing would be perfect in play, though. It threatens that Luminary. Oh, and we see why. Cinderella. Back with a vengeance. During our Cinderella, that ink is, of course, ready. Has one ready ink. Previously, we were untapping our ink at the end of our turn. That, of course, is no longer possible because there's powerful steel cards that let you play characters for free off the top of your deck on your opponent's turn.
Yeah, but nobody plays it.
Something like a Go-Go Tamago would cause you to have to pay 2 ink on your opponent's turn.
I know, but nobody plays it.
Who
None of
plays?
these color combinations can do it. Yeah, we just talked about it in the podcast.
True.
That no one plays green steel.
Can't untap our ink at the end of our opponent's turn.
Yeah, we
There's a
can.
green steel
Yeah,
card.
we can.
There's a green steel. Character.
Yeah, I'm gonna still do it. You can draw too.
Nathan picking up some cards. That Illuminary doing a ton of soft work on this game.
That's you.
And was unable to put Cinderella on the bottom because he couldn't afford to not take this Illuminary out of the battlefield. Finally. And Pete, the powerful card that gained 2 or 3 cards for Zan last game. Maybe this is the value engine that Zan needed to pull ahead of Amethyst. Don't call him Dragon Lord for nothing.
Yeah, you can draw too.
Picking up cards like you wouldn't believe off this Hades.
Weird inking decision.
Nathan has a weird inking decision. Who knows what'll come up with here? Much as I can see his hand, no answer is obvious to me either.
This feels way worse.
Has commented that it seems like the worst matchup he's ever played.
The Great Illuminary is like way
It's like a problem, yeah.
a problem. That card in them.
Gonna have to hide away this thing, folks.
I mean, can you imagine if you did hide away that?
And pass.
Five ink. Could it be? It is. The engine that Zan needed is finally here. Moana threatens to gain infinity value. There are so many non-characters in that graveyard. Ink the Horseman.
Do they have to be non-characters?
Helps if they're non-characters because that allows you to have plenty of stuff to put in the cauldron.
Oh, get
No, I can't play. I can't eat Cinderella.
Cinderella also not even inked.
uninkable.
Passes the turn, does Zan Syed. Triggers that Cinderella because Moana is, of course, a Disney princess. And it's got to be feeling good with a mountain of value accrued off of this powerful blue 5-drop.
Are you talking about the Moana?
Yes.
Terrible.
Moana is good.
It was horrible. I'm like, please.
One thing's for sure, this Moana is good. How can I even say that? Nathan with a comfortable 15 cards in his hand.
nothing to do.
And nothing to do. Pass it.
I'll take out. So awful.
course, the downside of taking out Pete. We found a LELLOW. The value train has not stopped for Zan Syed, and the graveyard is chock full of Inkables for that Moana.
The difference is my value has to come from luck. It
You just drew a card.
was crazy.
That is kind of cool. What if they were both Moana? What if they were both LELLOW? Adds a Cheshire Cat to the board.
I will boost it.
And he boosts it. Probably hoping that when it dies, a LELLOW comes with it.
Think a Dumbo. And pass to you.
Start of Zan's turn. LELLOW, not a princess, of course. LELLOW is a hero. Still got some good value out of that. Big Stitch comes in, draws 2 cards. And of course, ink for turn out of the discard pile. Nothing's better than a Sail the Azurite, so you can put one of those in there too.
And pass.
We'll draw for turn.
And doesn't want to get value with that Moana, just leaves it back.
I already got value.
Oh, true. But I mean, you don't want to quest with it.
You know, one cool thing about about this series is that we can talk to the commentator.
Hey, this is pretty unique.
I'll draw a card with a coup.
You're just wrong, commentator. You're just wrong.
Ah!
I will pay 2 this way for Genie.
Nathan with the craziest 4-cost Genie you ever saw. Got reduced by 3 for 3, and then he had to tap 1. Dan's strategy to not ramp Nathan has been brutal for him. He just can't get all these cards out of his hand.
He has so many cards.
Pass.
All right. Dan starts another wonderful turn with Moana Value Train. Sail the Azurite slams into that inkwell. This has just been an incredible showing for Moana. Ooh, and it is Cinderella dressed in yellow.
Double Cinderella is so scary. So much filtering.
There's to give Zan 13 ink. One Cinderella trigger. 2 Cinderella triggers. I feel like the count from Sesame Street right now. And Nathan, with not a lot of ink to speak of, a pretty modest board in comparison. How is he going to defeat the blue-yellow menace? First things first.
Sing a coot.
We're singing a coup.
Deuce.
5.
To repeat.
Because you know what? Why not? I have enough things on the board. You can't even see them all on camera anyway. Let's get rid of this piece.
Was that the third Hades? Can't give you any more cards.
Take out the LELLOW. Oh, boost Cheshire. I will move the damage here.
Yeah, you can't. It has to be one of mine.
What?
Chosen opposing character, the line of text on Cheshire Cat.
Yeah. That would be too good.
Yeah, because I don't want to give you a damage. I'll move 0 then. Can I? I can move. I can.
Yeah.
You can skip the ability.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to set up to where Mowgli couldn't kill, but I didn't want to give you extra draw off of
You good?
Yeah.
LELLOW, writing more and more value. It looks like we're going to start with a cheeky Horseman Strikes. Of course, do draw the card before you have to make the decision. And that Horseman Strike slams right into the inkwell. This amount of value is unprecedented in all of Lorcana. The new Moana is broken.
Pass.
Where are all the Hades and let it go?
You use all of them.
No, not my Hades. Your Hades.
Nathan wondering why he doesn't have quite as much ink as he did last game.
I don't even want to do it. It's just gonna die.
Monstro, how should I feel? Characters lie here.
Now you're gonna remove it.
What will he do with this Monstro? Is it finally time for him to get all these cards out of his hand and into the discard pile so that Monstro can eat up all these embarrassingly enough children on the battle? Mowgli and LELLOW, combined age of 12.
Don't want to leave this. So we're gonna double challenge Stitch.
That's 4.
And I'll discard an angel. And pass to you.
And with just a Cheshire Cat and a Monstro, I'm sorry, Nathan. See what 2 more cards will get for him. Combo is definitely in play here. You know it's on his mind. He can't let that Monstro ready. In fact, I think that Zan does know about the Great Illuminary. It's finally time. Hades, the Infernal Schemer. Will we see the full quest? Anna hits the inkwell. And yes, everybody's getting in. This is a quest for 4, 5, 6, 7. Hippo on the battlefield. Zan is threatening lethal. Celebratory cough from Zan Syed as Nathan untaps and draws. Readies?
there's gonna be another bit of removal.
Then happily spreading out his characters, this Monstro has some work to do. Of course, it's not going to be enough to take out every character that's exerted. You're also going to need to take out the standing 5 ink represented between Stitch, Hades, and that tiny Tipo on the other side.
Come on.
Yeah.
It was growing.
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 And I don't think I can kill it.
Ink and boost Cheshire Cat.
Mm-hmm. I don't have enough cards. Can kill the ink, boost 3 characters with Monstro, 1 character with Cheshire, kill the Tipo, leaves Cindy, Hades, Stitch. Right?
We'll work this out. So you would take out this.
Mm-hmm.
And then discard a card, take out this.
Cheshire Cat can take somebody out for free.
Now, so these 2 are gone. And this has 5 damage on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then this thing can take out this. So 2 damage on it. You can discard a card. To take out this.
Mm-hmm. Go up to 7.
And then move 2 damage by inking.
Yeah, so like I said, there's one short.
No, that. Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, so it was exact.
Yeah.
Tipo, the growing sun, winning a game. A matchup that was a nightmare for Zan Syed. He had a night and day different performance, and the answer is clear. Moana ran away with it,
Not really.
allowing him to get to 14 ink that he needed to play Stitch and Hades in the same turn.
I came up with a new plan for sure, but I don't think that it's like not up to me if the deck allows me to do it, kind of.
Yeah,
The new plan, put Moana in play, step 3, profit.
it's a pretty good plan.
I know, but if Nathan went for the Demono plan like he did last game, the game would look a lot different.
Did I ink a demon in this game? Or I can't remember.
I
think did.
don't know. Maybe.
I had triple luminary and triple Akud.
Hmm.
I was like, I don't want to hardcast this. I need a character to be able to sing these Akuds.
Yeah.
But then you developed a board, and I was like, well, now I can't sing because then I'm exposing the characters. So I was trying to figure out the path out.
I still feel like there's draws in your decks I can't deal with, but the draws in my deck you can certainly beat with more of your draws. But
Yeah, I think so.
let's see what happens. I will be on the draw this time, which means you can't play an angel on turn 1.
I can't play an angel on turn 1.
Thank God.
Did I didn't sing that. Did I do the Akud this game?
You Akuded a genie out this game. It was weird.
Oh,
you did?
that was a late. Yeah, the late Akud with the what's it called? Lantern.
Akud Moody to the tune of Hakuna Matata. Anybody? Does that work? Is this something? All right, Nathan contemplates his altar. Once in the match, Angel is not coming down on turn 1 no matter what.
Do 3.
Nathan alters 3. Put those cards away, put your hand face down, and I'll invite Zan back into the room. All right, Zan, come on in here and tell us what you do with your cards.
All right. Choices here. I will definitely keep these 2. The rest of the choices. Tough. keep. I think that's right. Certainly close. I could be greedy and get rid of these three, but I think it's keep those five, get rid of these two. All right, I'm good.
All right, the players begin. The starting pistol has been fired, and it's off to the races.
Alright. Encouragement strikes, play royal guard. Pass to you.
Donald Duck, pass.
Making a decision here. Quest for one, and I'll pass to you.
All right, so the combo's been turned off.
Nathan decided early on in this game, he's not trying to combo. He's just trying to win the good old-fashioned way.
See how my purple cards do with a little bit of yellow ramp. Draw for turn. Ink a book. Tap 4 for Genie.
He right on time for yellow-purple.
Quest for one and pass.
What will Zan do with access to 4 ink? All right. Cinderella invited to the ball. Starting Zan off on the right foot. He has still concluded that he needs to ramp his face off to win this matchup. He has pulled ahead a little bit of Nathan in terms of ramp. Nathan, of course, going into 5, and Zan will be going into 6. Will Cinderella make it to the next turn?
You can draw 2.
Zan knows. Makes a deal with Hades to keep his Cinderella.
Quest for 2. Pass to you.
Of course, Genie gets to work. That lore total. And look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, the best card of the game is here. Moana.
No, it's not. It is not the best card. All right, we're gonna proceed.
Secret card. Moana, of course, not offering any value for the next turn. And sets out a die.
Counting with my fingers and my toes because I need that. A cood.
Die, of course, represents how much bigger this Royal Guard is. Right now, it's a 3-2.
All right. Ink Dumbo. Cards in hand is
5.
5. Yeah.
First time in Club Lorcana versus history, somebody has asked how many cards are in your hand. Of course, now Nathan can play with 3 ink and that lantern tapped, and the next character costing 2 less. A 6-drop. Do we see the other 2 coming tapped for Monstro?
This is a bit of a bad sequence turn.
It costs 2 less.
Cost 2 less.
Sorry. Yeah. And then this is the problem.
Moana, of course, an incalculable force on this game. Nathan can't scrape together a good enough trade. He's going to have to give away both Hades and the Royal Guard, or which leaves Cinderella.
Yeah, supposed to not seeing this first. Because that's not optional. Yeah, I've got to do it.
Wow.
Real bad. All right, and I'll pass.
Couldn't ask for much more than that out of a card, folks. Got an ink out of the inkwell and traded for a Hades and a Royal Guard.
I was supposed to play that first. Before singing the song.
Calmly getting rid of that genie with the Horseman Strikes. A big fiery pumpkin. One of my picks for coolest card in the game. Really taking his time with this decision. He doesn't want to make the wrong move, and he has plenty of options. Ooh, and a miss. We see Monstro, Demona, and Royal Guard. Nathan is primed to be able to Demona next turn for bukus of cards.
You said Demona Macho.
The Monomantra Royal Guard.
And the Cauldron has entered into the arena.
And now lore.
A little bit of lore for Nathan. Here's some lore for Nathan. He's got a birthday coming up next week.
Well, we know we don't need that. And then for 6, we'll play the Demona. Draw 2. Take out Cinderella. And pass to you.
Oh, nice. The Mowgli survives to take out the Great Illuminary. An unexpected treat for Zan Syed. The Great Illuminary hits the bin. And knows that Nathan's hand is Monstro. 2 unknowns. Can he beat it? Tap 7. Hades on Unexerted Demona. And of course, stuffing that Moana in the cauldron for later. And decides that it's actually a different princess that goes in the big pot.
Tap 5. Play Hades on your Hades.
Yeah, you can draw 2.
And says, that's fine. You can draw some cards. All that means is that Demona's going to go one more turn without readying.
You're about to draw 1,000,000 cards. Yeah, Jaime's family looks real good right now. Take out the Mowgli. Another lantern. And I will pass to you.
And now, just like in the fabled poem Casey at Bat, the crowd waits
Cards in
with
there?
bated breath.
4.
Does Zan have Ohanamin's family to draw infinity cards?
It's 2 Monstros and a Cheshire. And then a lantern discarded to the Mowgli.
Mowgli swats that lantern out of the sky.
Got it.
And a deep sigh of disappointment from the crowd because no Ohanamin's family, no +5 cards.
Play a Monstro. That's 6, 7, 8. Take out the Hades. And so you go.
Zan's still behind on board, and that Demona is all set to untap next turn.
Donald.
Donald Duck. The field. And the characters draw 1,000,000 cards. Turn for Zan Syed, bringing back a little bit of the value that he needed to ahead. And of course, Hades and Cauldron, a match made in heaven. The Demona readies. Nathan exerts Donald the Duck.
Using these three.
The Cheshire Cat.
Two from here. Onto the Donald. Take out.
Donald Duck in the discard pile.
Mowgli.
Another one bites the dust.
Take out Cinderella.
All of Zan's characters have fallen to the powerful Amethyst board.
Cost for 2. And I will pass to you.
Last card in Nathan's hand, what I think know is a Monstro. Zan has a whole grip, plus Cauldron is going and going. Something like a Raging Storm would put him right back in this game. But without it, I think he's in a lot of trouble. Cinderella goes back in the Cauldron. Hades gets rid of the problematic Monstro. It's not a Raging Storm, a glimmer of hope for Nathan. Two cards remaining for Nathan. Oh my gosh, the worst refill or the best refill you've ever seen. The Great Illuminary, threatening to move him all the way up on cards.
Starting with Elsa. Draw a card.
What a powerful top deck. Is right back in this game that he was already ahead of. Dodging the Raging Storm first and now drawing a million cards of Great Illuminary. This advantage bar has slid firmly in Nathan's favor.
Draw. Draw.
Mhm.
Elsa for 5. Ink. Double challenge in, and then I'll boost Cheshire to. And we'll take the damage. And it's my turn.
The good news, no additional lore gain. The bad news, without a sweeper, Fan is going to get buried under the Great Illuminary's incredible cards. What will he do? Nice. Sam was set to lose the game for sure if he wasn't able to pick up all the cards on Nathan's side of the battlefield.
Okay, 4. How much ink you at? It's 9, 10,
12.
12. Play both of those. 5, 6, 7, 8. Move both in. And pass to you.
Fairly modest turn for Nathan. Those Dumbos redundant with this Great Illuminary, and Zan, of course, has answers in play with that Hades and Cauldron.
But I can gain lore with Dumbo, and I can move him in just because it's cool. Notably choosing the foil one.
Both Dumbos hitting the inkwell.
Oh, that wasn't one of your Cauldron Hades. Ugh.
With infinite cards under his Cauldron.
I think I'm gonna lose now, unless I get like a Demona.
Nathan with the famous purple quote, "Think I'm going to lose unless I get a Demona." What did he draw for turn?
Play an Elsa. Play a Monstro. Take it out. And this is 5, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I will move the Elsa into here. And pass to you. Let's see another genie next turn. Let's do it.
Business as usual for Zan Syed. Both of your characters get in that inkwell. Nathan with one final turn to draw something like a Demona before he is just insurmountably advantaged. Once this Great Illuminary is off the battlefield, it is going to be difficult for him to come back. And contemplating the card he's looking at. It's the Cheshire Cat. And he boosts.
Pass to you.
Great Illuminary is out of here. And Nathan in an unfortunate spot. Demona draws him a bunch of cards, but also his opponent. Double ramp from Cheshire Cat. And of course, Cinderella joins the party as well.
Cinderella trigger? No.
No trigger on Cinderella's end. Likes the card in his hand.
That's not good.
Nathan draws Dumbo. See if it works.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. He's taking out 2 characters like 3 turns in a row, so I don't know if I can. Need to drop 2 more characters.
and just figuring out what is the best way to deal with the problems that he's facing. Puts another Hades in the cauldron. He has Infinity Hades this game. And the quest for 5. Nathan has readied with a Dumbo, which means he's going to see 2 cards this turn. By all accounts, the Dumbo is working.
Pay 3. Coup.
Nathan's next character costs 2 less.
Pay 3. I have so much ink.
Nathan, learning what happens when all of your characters go into the inkwell. You have a lot of ink.
Boost this, and I'll pass.
Dan feeling like he has all the time in the world to win now. It's going to take a miracle string of top decks for Nathan Tripp to get back into this. And we already know the combo's off the table. This would be one of the most stunning comebacks we've ever seen on this channel if Nathan Tripp is able to bring it back. But facing an avalanche of every Hades in the deck and with no way for him to put it away.
Sure.
I'll hit Stitch. And draw 4.
Whoa, Hana means family, drawing 4 cards. And it's enchanted. Does it draw Nathan's own Raging Storm?
So I went for a monstro.
Monstro.
that was my.
Am I out?
Yeah, I don't think it's winnable, but it saves me a turn. Still have.
This does not feel good for me. I had to play all my Hades so many times.
What do you mean? That's what the Cauldron's all about. You just keep playing your Hades.
Folks, we may not win, but we did get there.
I was in such a bad spot.
I got
Monstro.
Monstro.
How should I feel here?
Yes. You can take out this.
And a Lilo.
And then if you have another card, you can take out this.
I have 3 cards.
First,
So
take
4
out,
guys, yeah.
First take out this.
Mm-hmm.
3 on it. Then take out this. Did you discard it back?
Doop.
And then take out this. So-
No, I think because it's gonna come back either way. I think I'd kill.
No, you can kill both. You killed a 3 and a 3.
Oh, I thought it was a 3.
But you need to discard another card. Right? Like, so you played it.
Yeah.
You attacked one, and then you discard a card.
You just did Illuminary.
And then, so the Hades, and then now you're trying to hit this.
Yeah, Lilo.
For your last card.
Or Hades.
Or Hades.
Or Hades, yeah. But obviously.
And I'll take out there.
Nathan has bought himself another turn. Genie in play, a faint glimmer of hope.
That was our out. We found our out for a turn.
out of card trade.
I have some in my deck. I've actually played almost. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm just gonna. Dan, don't look. I'm just showing this. Is like
Just count them. How many cards are left in your deck?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Only 14 cards left in deck.
14 cards remaining in Nathan's deck. He does, of course, have a last chance if he draws his 14th card. Cauldron is hungry for Hades, and it's going to get its dinner. Up to 14 goes Zan Syed.
8. Oh.
Dan says, get these guys out of here. You got no board. You got no life.
Can answer whatever you play.
Yeah.
No, my great illuminary. He couldn't answer that. You know,
The timely lantern. Now, of course, Zan is going to get to present lethal with just Lilos. What will he draw? Will he add to the board? Oh my gosh. Bitch, Lilo combo. Dan just showing what this deck is capable of. And this thing purrs like a Ferrari. Of course, all this made possible because of the Moana.
and the cauldron. This is showing the cauldron go.
This was a Cauldron game for sure. Cauldron, of course, the answer to how do you beat
Demona's another out. I'll play Horseman Strikes
Nice.
just to.
Draw the Demona.
What are you gonna let me do, Zan?
I'll talk whatever you.
I'll take out the Stitch.
Perfect opportunity to get rid of a Lilo for good.
Yeah, it's gonna come back, and also I lose. And
Lilo
I
doesn't.
pass.
The Lilo doesn't come back if you get it with Hades.
I know. He's just gonna draw. Eventually.
True. All right.
Uh,
Zan Quest for Lethal, and that is one of the most exciting matches we've had on Club Lorcana versus Zan Syed, Amber, Sapphire, Control.
I
Just beat a purple deck.
I got so lucky. You know, I didn't have this Raging Storm on. I didn't have it.
We knew you would have done it last turn.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
Do you think it would have been just better to? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have drawn there, and I just quest out and then present lethal. And if you don't have it on the follow up,
I felt like when you drew the Great Illuminary, it made me feel terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
I didn't know how Zan was going to come back.
I
from
was
that.
like, I don't know how I'm gonna come back.
I will say that there was one really big misplay, which let you kill the first luminary. And it came because I haven't done this yet with this build. This is a mandatory effect. I had the Royal Guard in hand to reduce my hand size for Demona to 2, so I draw 1, and then my Royal Guard would have been boosted an additional 1. But I sang this first.
So if you had just done it in the right order,
Then I would have been able to take out the Cindy and the Moana.
and yeah, I just lose.
Yeah, I think that would have been like a.
Yeah, the problem
Singing this was the mistake.
in tournament, the rule would be that you drew the card,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why I didn't want to go back.
so
to
you
it.
gained information. But if you,
What?
yeah, just don't make that mistake.
Yeah, that was.
It was
that
that's
the
huge.
game costing.
That was
Yeah,
the whole
because it
game.
let you kill the Illuminary.
And I still was in a bad spot after that.
Yeah,
Like even though when you did that, I was like, dang, this all sucks.
yeah.
So I really do think, yeah, if you played it well, then you would have won. But I honestly thought after when you drew that Great Luminary and drew 5 cards, I was like, okay, I'm toast.
Yeah, it was. That was like I was like, okay, here's the glimmer of hope. Here's where
You didn't need the combo in order to win.
No, and then like honestly, I did I have a Monstro live a turn? I don't know if I
No,
did.
yeah,
You did.
You did.
For one, yeah, it was that one turn.
It's
that-
because I knew that you didn't have it like the turn before, like
so
for
you didn't have to prioritize.
and then because I played the Mowgli and you had like Demona, what do you call it, Monstro, and Royal Guard, and I was like, okay. I also know that you inked the combo at the beginning of the
Yeah,
game.
Right. At the
I-
beginning of the game,
I
you
think-
inked Alan a Dale.
Yeah, but also if he sets up Great Illuminary in that spot, it's still really bad for me because he can just get whatever he wants.
Yeah, he
That
gets
is
the
true,
half
yeah.
combo and get into a really good position.
Yeah, he could just be like, okay, I'm just going to have another Demona, and it's not like I could be like, I don't need this Hades and let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a horrible spot.
Yeah.
Nathan, after playing that match, who do you think's favored in the matchup?
I felt good overall. I think that sometimes the etude, which we saw in game 2, kind of like if you don't have the if they deal with your characters and you draw into it, it kind of feels a little bad. But the upside is like it sets up these board states where you're able to get like really far ahead really quickly. So I do like that. So I would say that if I had played on that turn, like the game looks very different, and then it puts like Zan on a really big back foot. So I would say it's probably favored in this direction, but I still think it's like it's a tight matchup.
Not at all.
You don't
Not
think
at all.
so?
I felt like I was a 70-30 dog the whole time. I'll tell you, in this game, I top decked everything. In game 2, I top decked everything. I didn't have the Cinderella, and I drew it that turn, and that's the only reason why I felt like the rest of the game I had a remote chance. But if
Yeah,
I
you don't hit the 2-4 into,
I have 0% chance.
Yeah.
The game I thought was already over. In this game, I hit the Moana, which was everything. And even then, you could have taken out my Moana in an easier fight.
instead of trading in the Hades and
The other aspect is I knew that I needed all of this stuff, the ramp early on, and I still needed to find the one of freaking what is it called?
Cauldron.
Cauldron.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Oh, you guys are only playing one Cauldron?
What do you mean?
What do
It's
you-
uninkable. It doesn't do anything on the board. You can't
There's
afford to play that
only
many.
one. And at the same time, I still need to be able to wipe your board, which I found all of the things, but I
Yeah.
didn't have the board wipe, so I was going to lose.
Yeah.
So basically, the whole time I was like sweating.
Yeah, it has to line up.
I took every out I could possibly take, but in majority of those spots, I should have lost.
Yeah, because if you don't get whatever out you're trying to get, because we all know that you're not gonna always get it.
Yeah, I didn't find. I was like, I don't have a choice. There's a lot of times where I was like, I in this game particular, no, in game 2, I had to play the Cinderella and I had to ink my Raging Storm, and I did not want to do that. In another spot, I had to ink a Hades. I didn't want to do that either, and I was just like, I have to do it in this spot. But if I don't find multiple copies, then I'm gonna be in a really bad spot. So that whole game, if you think about it, I brought back Hades 3 times.
Yeah, a lot.
And
A ton of times.
I played 3 Let It Goes, inked 1.
I had a ton. I should have counted my ink at the end. I had a lot for.
Exactly. Even on that last turn, it was horrendous. When you went double Dumbo, if I don't have exactly Hades, Let It Go, which I was sitting on the whole game, and there was multiple times where I was like, am I supposed to ink this Let It Go? And I was like, no, I just have to hold on to it because I need to be able to double just in case I board wipe and he goes double
Yeah. Threats.
Yeah, and Dumbo's like the specific bad one, the one that you have to get rid of immediately.
Yeah, because it's gonna just draws you cards, gains you lore.
The whole I'm telling you right now, in terms of from my pilot standpoint, I had to play beyond perfectly, and I was still going to lose. The whole time I was like, if I don't draw this right card right here, right this second, I'm going to lose. That was my entire match. The whole time I was like,
you don't like riding the edge? You don't like riding the storm?
It was horrible. And also, since I have to keep these cards in my hand, Demona looks like an all-star. All your Demonas were 3s, and I can't go down to 0 to punish your Demona.
Yeah, that's that. I did notice while we were playing. I was like, oh, he's holding like a full fist, so I can just keep going.
Yeah, it was hard.
That is a downside of Moana. Preserves your hand size.
Well, I guess that you could say that.
In any deck that's playing against purple, you don't necessarily always want to preserve your hand size.
What I found is that I would just try to get 7 cards in my hand, and then when they play Demona, I'm like, yeah, get your pitiful cards.
The Donald Duck was really helpful.
Oh, the Donald Duck looked really
I just
good.
needed another card that just said
Another card that just picked him up. Yeah.
That just drew me some more cards. I needed every card.
Makes a lot of
doing that.
sense. And they're
Even
not
at the
gonna-
end when you had that Dumbo that stuck around, I was like, all of a sudden I'm like in a weird spot again.
Yeah. You just need another draw 3. Like if they don't let you ever Ohaname's family, that deck you're like suffocating.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. This is one of the best matches I've ever seen, to be honest. And thanks so much to Nathan Tripp. Say bye.
Bye. Good to see everybody.
And Zan Syed.
And bye.
And we'll catch you next time.
See ya.